Coming up on Inside Education, the votes are in and the ballots have been counted for Mobile County's Teachers of the Year. We'll tell you who they are in a moment. Also, we're taking a look at Alabama's first-class pre-K program as it is recognized as one of the best programs in the nation. But first, on Inside Education, report cards are in and the grades are up as Mobile County Public Schools show a mark of improvement on the state grade. That story and more are coming up right here on Inside Education. Hi, and welcome to Inside Education, the show that takes you inside the classroom to show you what's happening in and around Mobile County Public Schools. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Helena Tyler. Well, congratulations were in order throughout the district recently as Mobile County Public Schools showed marked improvements on the Alabama State Report Cards. 31 schools in Mobile County received A's and B's, up from 23 last year. Two of them, Council Traditional and I Showed Mert School of Math and Science, were among only 4 schools statewide to earn a perfect score of 100. The number of Mobile County schools receiving D's and F's decreased from 23 to 10.
It makes me feel, as I said before, that our students are capable. It signifies that our faculty, staff, and students can rise to high expectations. So I'm very, very proud.
5 schools improved their scores by 2 letter grades, including 4 that improved from F's to C's. Fonda Elementary, Booker T. Washington Middle School, Mobile County Training School, and Scarborough Model Middle School. The report cards grade schools on academic achievement, academic growth, and chronic absenteeism, while high schools are also graded on graduation rates and college and career readiness indicators. This is the second year for Alabama schools to receive state report cards, which are now required by an act of the Alabama legislature. Well, there are several things which the State Department of Education look at when grading each school. One of those areas is academic achievement. And to help us filter through all of this, we're now joined by Dr. Lakeisha Brackens. She's the Deputy Superintendent of Academics for Mobile County Public Schools. Dr. Brackens, thank you so much for spending time with us today to talk about this subject. First, we'd like to know, what is the criteria that the State Department looks at when grading the schools?
For state accountability, there are several factors that go into the A through F report card. There's 2 reporting factors, one for schools with a grade 12 and one for schools without a grade 12. For schools with a grade 12, they look at academic achievement, student growth, chronic absenteeism, college and career readiness, and graduation rate. Also, for schools without a grade 12, there are not that many categories. They are student growth, academic achievement, and chronic absenteeism. Also, one factor for all schools is EL proficiency, and that is only for schools that has an EL population of an N count of 20 or greater. So many Mobile schools do not have that N count, but for the other schools, all the other factors that I mentioned are included in the A through F report card.
Dr. Brackens, what does this mean? Do these grades reflect the atmosphere of a school?
The grades, when you think of grades, you know, the grades are just one snapshot of the school. When you think of a school, you have to think of the total academic program at a school. So yes, the grades are important, but that is just one data point that determines how schools are ranked. So for us in Mobile, we look at the whole school. There's a lot of factors of the ones that I did not include in my statement that go into the total school. So yes, grades are important, but again, that is just one data point. For instance, when you say student achievement, that number or that score is based on one test on one day for those schools. So, you know, throughout the year, there's a lot of data points that go into the overall effectiveness of a school. So in reference to the report cards, that is just one data point on a particular day for a particular test with the other factors included.
And what's currently in place to help improve these scores?
Absolutely, and I go back again and say that in Mobile County, we look at the total school. Yes, there are measures in place that will affect the school report cards. We have to look at the school as each school is an individual school and look at the needs for that school. So we do look at student absenteeism, we do look at academic achievement growth, we look at all those factors, but we also have to look at the big picture and look at everything that holistically is going on in the school that would determine the success of the school. So yes, there are different things that are taking place to increase the report card scores, and that again is looking at those student needs within that school, interventions in place to raise the academic achievement, interventions in place to ensure that the students are growing, indicators, college and career indicators. We have efforts in place to improve the college and career readiness indicators as well. Therefore, there are a lot of factors that, again, that go into the total functioning of the school. And yes, while we do think that report cards are important, again, they are one data point for the school, so we have to look holistically and look at all of the points within the school.
Thank you, Dr. Brackens, for being with us today, and please join us again with any updates on this issue. Well, student safety is top priority in Mobile County Public Schools, and its continuing efforts to ensure safe and secure learning environments. The district recently became the first in the state to receive organizational certification from the ALICE Training Institute. This certifies that 75% or more of our public school employees have been trained in the ALICE program, which offers more proactive lockdown procedures and survival-enhancing options in case of an active shooter or aggressive intruder situation. Well, after being a training program last year, ALICE has been fully incorporated in the system's safety plan.
They will know what to do. The teachers will know how to respond. Rather than the traditional lockdown method, we now have what we call lockdown on steroids, where we give them a little bit more to go on, and a little bit more that they can build on and actually do themselves to protect themselves and the students.
ALICE, which stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, Evacuate, is in use by more than 4,000 school systems throughout the country. And when it comes to giving your child a head start on education, Alabama is truly blessed with one of the top pre-K programs in the nation, First Class Pre-K. The program is designed to prepare 4-year-olds for school success and to become lifelong learners. So how is this program so successful? Our Crystal Smith explains why our 4-year-olds are leading the way.
All right, let's see. Tree, penguin, nest.
A recent report by the National Institute for Early Education Research found that Alabama's First Class Pre-K program fully met 14 out of 15 essential elements of being a high-quality program. Mobile County has been a leader in providing this program, with 61 first-class pre-K classrooms currently in the school district. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey and Gina Ross, the state secretary of early childhood education, were in Mobile recently for a conference of pre-K educators, and both say the program is working.
We have got studies that show that the children that attend a first-class pre-K program are more likely to be proficient in reading and math in the 3rd grade. We're also finding that this stays with them through the 7th grade. That's as far as our study has gone so far.
Alabama's First Class Pre-K program has been rated among the best in the nation for the last 12 years in a row, and it continues to grow.
Good job.
The Alabama legislature recently appropriated an $18.5 million increase to expand the program, which could result in the addition of over 100 new pre-K classrooms around the state.
What is this letter, Rosie?
X.
And what sound does X make?
This means that 33% of the state's 4-year-olds will have access to the program.
It just goes to prove that a strong foundation at the beginning leads to success in the early years, because the child's brain is completely developed by the time they're 5 years of age, or 90% developed by the time they're 5 years of age. So you got to start early, and we're making progress in that.
To get a better understanding of the program, Governor Ivey recently visited a pre-K classroom at E.R. Dixon Elementary.
Our program here at E.R. Dixon Elementary with our pre-K deals with a lot of reading, a lot of dramatic play. We're building cognitive capabilities with our boys and girls, and it all starts at the foundational level with our 4-year-olds.
It was one of 4 stops at elementary schools around the state to promote early childhood literacy and allowing her to see the results of the first class pre-K program firsthand. Reporting for Inside Education, I'm Crystal Smith.
Here in Mobile County, elementary school teachers and parents say they can see the difference that a pre-K program makes towards getting children ready for kindergarten. Our Katie Rona visited one local school where they say the program is making a big difference in jump-starting a child's education.
Erin Franklin is a pre-K teacher here at Allentown Elementary School.
And everyone threw flowers as they went.
In her class, there is one simple goal: to give students a head start on their educational foundation.
Well, study shows that students succeed when they start off in pre-K. They have higher rates of success throughout school. It is a wonderful program that is a play-based program. So studies have shown that learning through play at this age is the most beneficial for our students.
And teachers are seeing that growth. Here at Allentown, teachers say there is a noticeable difference in the core areas of reading and math in students who have attended pre-K and those who haven't, which they say helps make students better prepared for school in the classroom, and it helps their social growth as well.
Which bear is the first bear?
We see that when they come in, they're much more comfortable and they enjoy school already because they're not facing the fears and anxieties of a new big school and a big place with lots of other kids. So they're able just to transition a lot better, which helps them in return be able to learn new skills and become more involved in the classroom at a quicker pace.
In Mobile County Public Schools, students are accepted into the pre-K program through an application and admission testing process. More than 1,000 children are served through the public schools pre-K program. Studies have shown that students who attend the first class pre-K program are ready for kindergarten, have higher attendance rates, are less likely to require special education placement, and are less likely to repeat a grade.
We've loved our experience so far. She learns so much, she brings so much information home. She's learned to write her name, she knows her colors, she knows her shape, she knows her numbers, and she loves her friends and her teachers.
Currently, there are 61 pre-K classroom units located throughout the county, and the school district is planning on adding more, which is good news for those parents who have seen the results and the difference the program makes. Reporting for Inside Education, I'm Katie Rona.
And now joining us to fill us in on the pre-K program and registration process is Paula Reese, the parenting specialist for Mobile County Public Schools. Hi, Paula, and thank you for joining us to discuss this process. First, I'd like to ask you, how old must a child be to enter into the pre-K program, and how do parents get their kids registered?
In order to enroll in the Mobile County Public School System's first class pre-K program, your child must be 4 years old on or before September 1st. If you're interested in the Mobile County Public School System's pre-K program, please visit mcpss.com. When you get to the website, please look to the bottom left. You will see Apply For. Click on Pre-K Programs. And once you get to that page, you are going to see a link at the top. It says click here. So make sure when you click that page, the first thing that you're going to do is complete the application for the first class pre-K program. As you read through mcpss.com pre-K programs page, make sure you take note of the different sites with pre-K and also the screening sites, because you will need to visit one of those screening sites during the month of March.
And Paula, are there any special documents parents will need at the time of registration?
When you come on site for your screening, and also if your child has been selected during a random selection drawing, as you go to the schools or come onto our school sites or central office for on-site screening, make sure you have your picture ID. You also need your child's original birth certificate. And so that we can verify that you do live within the Mobile County Public School System school district, we will need 2 proofs of residence.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you for joining us today. Well, Mobile County Public Schools received an impressive honor recently as Alma Bryant High School and Tanner Williams Elementary were named 2018 School of Distinction by the Council for Leaders in Alabama Schools. They are among 24 schools statewide to earn the honor, which is presented annually to exemplary schools with unique student-centered programs that have shown proven success through the previous school year. Alma Bryant was recognized in part for its partnership with Ingalls Shipbuilding to train the next generation of welders in its Talent Development Lab. Tanner Williams was recognized for its use of technology in project-based lessons that emphasize problem-solving, critical thinking skills, and collaboration.
And they've come in and created welding programs and labs, one to help the workforce industry, workforce development as students leave school, and it's made a major impact. We have plenty of partners and wonderful partners, but when partners come in as Ingalls and they put in the money, the time and the resources that they did to help Alma Bryant with this, it's tremendous.
And that's a student-centered, hands-on approach that our teachers use with our children to have a deeper understanding of the standards that they are teaching. They are utilizing 21st century essential skills, problem solving. They are learning through real-world experience and problems, utilizing critical thinking and creativity, collaboration, and opportunities to collaborate with one another. And technology is heavily embedded into the success of all of our project-based learning lessons.
24 schools of distinction will be honored at an awards luncheon, where 8 of them will be chosen as class banner schools to serve as models for other schools across the state. We'll take a quick break, but when we return, we'll talk about this year's Teachers of the Year and explain how these students are walking through history. Stay with us for more Inside Education after the break.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
Welcome back to Inside Education. Well, Davidson High School had an esteemed visitor recently as Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimson was on campus to see security upgrades being made at the school. The City of Mobile and the Mobile County Public Schools partnered to secure a grant of about $400,000 to equip Davidson with a state-of-the-art system that will integrate the school's security tools. Well, this pilot project includes a central panel that will allow administrators at Davidson to secure doors, enable a color-coded alarm system, and alert police with a single push of a button.
The number one thing that goes on in our mind from an administrative standpoint is the security of the students. And being able to collaborate and work with Davidson High School in this pilot project, I think is something that because of the technology that we have with Mobile Police Department, combined with the technology that y'all are evolving into, I think it's going to be the model that others come to copy. And I think it's going to be very impressive.
While at Davidson High, Mayor Stimson met with Principal Jason Richardson and MCPSS Superintendent Cressel Threadgill. Scarborough Model Middle School Principal Andrea Dennis thought it odd that classrooms were so quiet as she walked the halls, only to find her family and representatives from the school district and State Department of Education waiting to congratulate her as the state's Middle School Principal of the Year. The award was presented by the Alabama Association of Secondary School Principals, an affiliate of the Council for Leaders in the Alabama Schools, or CLASS.
Absolutely surprised. I had no idea this was going to happen, but I am very honored that CLASS saw something in me to say that our school was transforming, and for us to be recognized because this is a team effort at our school. I'm just really happy about that.
Dennis has been a principal at Scarborough since 2016, overseeing its conversion to the county's first model middle school. And just one day after Dennis received her state award, MCPSS had a few more surprises in store, dropping in on Teachers of the Year for elementary, middle, and high schools. Mary B. Austin gifted specialist Crystal Galloway, Phillips Prep language arts teacher Tiara Cooper, and Baker High mathematics teacher Jessica Agnew were selected as the county's elementary, middle, and high school teachers of the year. Jessica Agnew teaches advanced placement calculus and honors pre-calculus at Baker. As a language arts teacher, Tiara Cooper exposes her students to different styles and genres of literature and uses creative ways of studying the text. Crystal Galloway serves as a gifted specialist at Mary B. Austin, working with the school's PACE program.
I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronomer, I wanted to work with chimpanzees, I wanted to travel the world, and then I had to pick a profession, and I don't know, it was just God's hand, and I get to study all of those things every day of the week, and every day is different, and hopefully I get to share some of my love of learning with the kids I teach.
We strive hard all year just to make this a school that's globally connected and real world connected, and so this is just a great opportunity just to serve this district. And I'm truly humbled, and I thank Superintendent Threadgill for the opportunity as well.
It's a great honor. This is a wonderful system full of awesome, highly qualified teachers that do a great job and work hard every day. And so to be honored is even more special because I know the quality of the people that I work with every single day.
Mobile County Public Schools congratulates these exemplary teachers. Well, students from Clark Shaw School of Math and Science traced some historic steps recently when they went on the road to complete their class project. The field trip gave them an opportunity to learn about an important era of state and national history. They actually walked the path of the historic Selma to Montgomery March and was awarded the chance to relive the experience from the family of a man who helped to make it happen. Inside Education reporter Quentin Howard was there with the class in Selma and has this report.
As part of an oral history project for Alabama's bicentennial this year, the students from Clark Shaw Magnet School traveled to Selma and walked across the historic Edmund Pettus Bridge with the family of the late Reverend F.D. Reese. It was some 54 years ago when historic Selma to Montgomery marches took place. Reese, a member from Selma, was one of the Courageous Eight who helped spearhead the city's voting right campaign and organized the marches during the Civil Rights Movement in 1965.
From the streets of Selma and Montgomery today, we had a hands-on experience talking to the living history, the people who were there in Selma, and crossing the Edmund Pettus Bridge with those families.
For the students, it was more than a day from school. This day, they had the opportunity to speak to the family of the late Dr. Reese and learn about the reasonings behind the march and following in the footsteps of the other courageous participants. The trip today to Montgomery and Selma served as a twofold purpose. It gave the kids an opportunity to learn of what they were studying in class and also gave them the opportunity of learning history firsthand.
In class, we learn mostly facts, and it kind of depends on the teacher, but here when I came, I just spoke to so many different people that gave me new outlooks on life and how I should really look at things, and there's so many people here that I aspire to be.
You've got to go out there and you've got to see the history, you've got to live it, you've got to be a part of it. And so that's what I think about today when I see these students here from Clark Shaw Magnet here, you know, in Selma, and starting off in Montgomery, actually to see and experience this history that's so a part of us.
Many of the kids who participated say although it was only a one-day field trip, the lessons learned will last a lifetime. Reporting for Inside Education, I'm Quentin Howard.
While visiting Montgomery, the students toured several landmarks, including the Legacy Museum. And thanks, Mr. Quentin Howard, for recording history, and congratulations to students and school staff. I, too, have traced those steps, those historic steps crossing the bridge several times and recorded many memories. Well, after the break, it was some very big news for one middle school as they are now moving to international status. We'll explain. Stay with us.
As a student in the Mobile County Public Schools, there are a few things I've come to expect. One is a quality education, and the other is a quality lunch. Not only are our school meals well balanced, meeting all federal nutritional standards, but they also have less fat, fewer calories, and they taste really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, our school lunches contain whole wheat, grains, fruits, and vegetables to give me the energy and brain power to get me through the day.
And welcome back. Well, Phillips Preparatory School got some good news recently as it became the only school in the region to offer the International Baccalaureate Middle Years program. The IB Middle School program is a whole new program with a flexible curriculum that promotes intercultural understanding, communication, and holistic learning. Phillips is only the 7th middle school in the state to offer an IB curriculum. Phillips principal Brenda Hartzog said the quest to become an IB school began with a comprehensive needs assessment of the school. Through that, they decided they wanted to broaden the scope of the education they were providing to give their students more of a global perspective.
The goal is for them to take what they learn and to help them to be a better person so that as they journey through life, it doesn't matter what situation they're in, they're able to handle it. They're able to problem solve. They're able to be open-minded about the world in itself.
The IB Middle Years program is designed to prepare students for the International Baccalaureate Diploma program, which is offered at Murphy and Davidson High Schools. And some students at Lott Middle Schools recently used their math skills to make a donation to a local charity. How did they do it? Well, through Imagine Math. It's a program developed to imagine learning that uses a point system to reward students for the completion of math lessons. The students can then convert those points to dollars to donate to charity. Lott was recently recognized as the top point producer in the state by Imagine Learning, which presented a check for $500 on their behalf to the Alabama Food Bank Association. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it.
Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
The United States Air Force came out to Bryant Career Tech Center recently and brought a gift to them. Air Force representatives presented a tool chest and several tools to Bryant's aviation program and also shared information about the opportunities available in the military. Bryant is one of 2 Mobile County Public Schools career technical centers offering training in trades such as carpentry, welding, automotive mechanics, air conditioning and heating, turf management, and more. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us today as we wrap up another edition of Inside Education. For more information on what's happening in and around the Mobile County Public Schools, please visit mcpss.com. We appreciate you for being with us. Have a great day.